So today we'll be looking at insight into strategy and the implementation. Of course, the profile has been shared, so there's really no need to go into that. So let's move on. So our second time, Mr. Amba has actually laid some foundation, so I will not repeat some of the things that he has said. But while we are looking at this, for somebody to be a successful consultant, what is the scope of work? It is actually when you know the scope of work that you can say that, yes, this is who I need to be. So we're looking at the outline in terms of the strategy, the components, the tools, implementation challenges, the experience sharing, and the conclusion. So what strategy is told us that strategy is high-level plan, and I put the word design. The word design is in green for a purpose. The word design is in green for a purpose for you to know that it's a living thing. So the fact that we design strategy today does not mean that that strategy is still going to work. So when you get a 5-year, for those who work, you get a 5-year strategy plan, and you have planned this, and before you leave, COVID came. Can you still follow that plan? No. You've done a 5-year strategy plan. Dollar was at 384. Before you leave, dollar moved to 1,005 in less than a few years. Can you still go ahead with it? You've done a strategy plan. Fuel was at a particular price. You just woke up overnight and you saw that fuel price has changed. Can you still do that? So strategy has to be designed, and we are going to speak to that. You want to achieve a one or more long term over a period of time and conditions of uncertainty. So there is really nothing that is cast in stone. A strategy is just a document, but you really have to live it. It outlines where an organization wants to go and how you want to get there. How they plans to get there. Because it was telling us that if you don't have a vision, how do you know when you are really in that? So if you look at the components, the vision and mission, I know you are all masters in that. The goals and objectives, the market position, you need to decide what do you want to be. Do you want to be a Bentley? Do you want to attend to the premium class? So if you look at Toyota now, what is the premium brand of Toyota called? Lexus, So and it has reason, because that appeals to a certain, even for ladies bag. You see a Gucci, there are 3 categories of Gucci. There is the one that they write Gucci on it, very, very bold, There is a class of people. So when you also look at Finland, they are also in their categories. But there is also a class of Gucci that there are people in that category that we know that it's a Gucci because it's speaking to the silent millionaires. It's speaking to a silent category. So there are 3 categories there, and then there are those who are aspiring to be. They want at least Gucci written on it so that people will know. So when we look at it, so the market positioning is very, very important. So the way all those products are positioned is quite different, and is open to that a bit. Then resource allocation is also very important in terms of strategy. It depends on the resource that you have. And when we talk about resource, not that which you have alone. What about other people's money? Other people's bill. So if you look at what MBS is doing this evening now, they just decided that we have an alumni school. If you have to go for a session where Mr. Amba or Dr. Violet has to be there, then they must be paying a lot. But they said, let's use other people's brain, let's use our goodwill, let our alumni people be able to get something. So that is also part of it. So resource allocation is not just limited to what you have, but what is available in your network. And then risk management. Everything is about risk. It's told us about the five importance 5 points. So if you look at the strategic tools, many strategic tools are being SWOT analysis. I'm sure you already knew about that. The strength, the weakness, the best analysis that analyzes the environment, because every business exists. We do not exist in a vacuum. You exist in an environment, and whatever exists in that environment will always affect you. And one of the things when I was in the field, One of the things I tell people is that the speed of this organization determines your speed. If we take this our Okada and we are able to turn it into a car, that will be our speed. If we are able to turn it into an helicopter, then that will be our speed. Every one of us will be flying, at a very high altitude. And thank God that we are able to do that. So implementation is the process of putting the strategic plan into action. How do we translate specific tasks and ensure that these are executed effectively? Components of the implementation, I will provide the slide, so I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do that fast because I want us to get into the execution. So we have the components, the action plan, the resource management, the communication, the monitoring, and the evaluation. And the monitoring is very, very good. People say in Nigeria that most people believe that strategies don't work. Yes, strategies do not work if you do not monitor it. Strategies like if you don't do that basis so monitoring and the implementation is very important because as we monitor, we need to make adjustments. And I told you some of the uncertainties like when this brand like the price of oil, and also Nigeria needs to look at the price, the current price. When the budget was prepared, it was prepared at a certain price. But what is the price of the OPEC and all that? So we need to monitor some of those things so that we can actually see the strategy. Change management is important. Strategy and implementation, there's need for an alignment, there's need for feedback, and there's need for leadership. Leadership needs to be able to drive it. So strategy fails so many times when you now hire one manager and you now make a head of strategy, the MD doesn't know what is the document. For strategy to succeed, it needs to sit in the MD's office. And the MD needs to understand it from the beginning to the end. Because if you don't understand it, then how do you drive it? So that's very important. What are the challenges? There's the possibility of misalignment. When the strategy and implementation, when they are not aligned, it shows us some of those different areas. When they are not aligned to the vision, when they are not aligned to the vision of the organization, they are goals, when there are no resources, it needs to waste resources, it needs to go through. When people are so resistant to change the role to work, for it to work, you must have clear communication, empowerment, continuous. What are the skills required to be successful and innovative? Skills required, analytical skills, very important. Communication skills, important. What is that one? Let me say it together. The next one?
Interpersonal skills.
Industry experience, very, very important. You need all those things. Business acumen, very important. You need to know how to do what to do. In this economy, as Nigeria, people are still surviving because they have business acumen, they know economics. So you need to learn how to follow the flow of adaptability and community, the important sales development, innovation, leadership mentoring, experience sharing. So by the grace of God, I had the privilege to lead the VBN project for the field implementation of the VBN project, and I knew that was one project that for 3 days I had continuous editing. He was telling us about sleeping, yes. I had continuous editing because I tried to look at all the average, tried to read everything. There was no case study anywhere in the world that I could say let's adapt. So I had to go and pray to say, how do we solve this project? And God said, go and do the body approach. And I said, what is body? He said, okay, what we need to do is make sure, so we have to put in place a system that is called the body approach. I can't take time because there's no time, I can't really explain it. Which means I am not allowed to send anybody to field that has not been tested to be able to install all those systems, to be able to train perfectly. And that, just as he said, we put in place a lot of very strenuous process. The way the people must look, we took them, we trained them, because we had the goal. Get it right first time. Get it right first time. That was the goal. So it's not a case of I tried it did not work. You can't tell me that it must not work. You must not call me from Kano that it did not work, because in Lagos we would have certified. Somebody would have signed, and in getting it right first time, we now have to put people across Nigeria. So we also had the second rule when we rolled out to say that if we call you and you are not there to do the job, assume your job is finished. So it's not a case of HR is giving query, there's no time for that, because we were doing a project that 26 banks were competing together and they were collaborating for the first time. So any offense lands on the MD's table. That project was being driven from the MD's office. So if there is a query on it, it comes straight to me. That was why when Champs was handling that project, they thought, who is the person that can do this project? So they needed a combination of skills. Who is the person that understands accounting, who understands auditing, who understands IT, who understands project management, and they thought Funke should be able to do it. And I felt the shoe was too big for me, but God helped me and we were able to survive it. So that is very, very important. And that stability, yes, you get a program when you don't know what to do, but God will guide you on what to do. Success transformation agenda, that's all of it. By the grace of God, I led a company. That was where we were sharing the 6,000, the 4,000 and all that. So that company, by the grace of God, we were able to put in place a succession plan. So by the grace of God, the succession plan that we put in place, I handed over to an MD that I handed over to the third person. And that was the company that we were going to sell for 8 million naira. That company was going to be sold for 8 million naira, and one staff said, no, we will not sell this company. Let's see how it survives. And when I was told that, people said, how do you hate this game? You want to sell that game? But God was also able to help us to turn this around. And then there are also so many client experience. So strategy and implementation, very insight dependent, clear goals, alignments are very crucial. And if there's something I do now, what I do now is to use all those experiences that are garnered from corporate to now help business owners. So business owners, they have the money, but they don't really see the need to employ that executive director that actually help them to align their strategy to their operations, to their people. So I keep hearing them tell me that I'm paying her, I have increased salary, yet productivity has not increased. Yes, it's not going to improve because strategy needs to be aligned to your operations and to your people in such a way that the cleaner from the gate is connected to the strategy. The gate man knows why he needs to greet and smile because he's not doing that. If the customer walks away, then his welfare is walking away, and also put in place incentives that actually drive the people. So some of the things we did that time was we got to a place where we started paying people twice in a month because I don't want to wake up in the morning and somebody is sending me a message. Please, I don't have transport money, I don't have this. All those things we start. So, and then we also did something that we told the staff that we don't need a side hustle. This business we are doing together can be a side hustle. Have an ownership in it. So we put in place an incentive scheme that on a quarterly basis we all look at the numbers, and we say, sales people, you have done well, this is what you get. Back office people, if you are an accountant, then you in organizations, some organizations, HR people, they don't know how to compete their productivity. So we actually did it in such a way that it was a win-win. And why did I do that? Because I also started in the accounting role for 10 years, so I know what it means to be an accountant, to be an auditor, to be a back office person. And I also had the privilege to drive sales for another 10 years. So I could bring together all those. So that is what strategy is about. And monthly performance review is also very important. And this time now we're going to do that. You know, there are times when the founders, when they give targets that even they themselves, they cannot meet it. And then you are coming to, you are telling us to sleep very well. And you are coming to performance review, you are having, somebody will touch you later in the morning, now your body is warm. Because, so performance review, so we will make it a win to make sure that this target, if you want to work out, is actually. Thank you so much for listening.